Okay, guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. Steady Media runs housemates are in FM Cool FM right now in Lagos State as Kellyrea Wanni first runner up and Victoria finalist, Onyeka finalist. As a matter of fact, all the finalists, of course, are doing their media runs right now. Check out what they have to say or what they have to tell the viewers about their experiences, of course, their awkward moments and their beautiful moments while
I
in the
saw
house.
Onyeka would dissect and analyze and strategize and smile mischievously. And unfortunately, we saw that sister chemistry kind of wane. I wouldn't say die because I know going forward they're sisters. But Ozzy, it seemed like you were the pie on the table. What is it like with you and times everyone felt like who tribe of I'm a brother to everyone. I can be whatever you want. If you want a boy next door, I'll be him. If you want a brother, if you want a friend. And of course, we saw that kind of cause some division between Onyeka and Victoria. How did you feel, Ozzy, knowing that both of them at some point thought you were cute and
I've said what needs to be said, which the main thing is that
Don't you think that's crazy?
crazy history, great history.
You made history. And did you think you were going to win, considering the fact that you went in with your wife, and everybody thought that that should have even been a clutch, a hurdle, as opposed to springboard? How did y'all do it?
Okay, first off, I think it was actually a brilliant idea not to have told the housemates that we're married. Yes, but let the outside world know we're married. Of course, we couldn't have hidden it from the outside world.
Definitely.
Yeah, because our videos were everywhere for good. Yeah, so everything was together for good.
No, I gotta agree, to be honest. Not telling the housemates. I mean, who came up with that idea? Was it a last minute thing?
No, I did.
You did?
It just came. I was just thinking upfront because that's what I do. I think a lot. I'm a deep thinker, yeah. So I just thought of it that, okay, I told her and she did not argue at all.
You know, and that led to, should I say, association, or should I say publicity by association, because eventually people started asking, oh, did you know that they were married whenever they came out of the house? So in a way, you were almost always in conversation. So in a way, you stayed on the lips of Nigerians. You know that time, I'm going to tell you for real, because I witnessed the show real time. There was a time where y'all didn't have a lot of opportunities to meet, because you're hiding from everybody. And then one time in the night, you finally had your privacy. People were actually crying, say, hey, yeah, you don't miss him, babe. You don't miss your wife, mama. It was crazy.
That should be in the HOH condo, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
HOH, yeah. You see, initially, at first, the loose garden came from both of us at different time, yeah. Initially, she was almost loose garden. Many times she called me baby. Wait, no, I'm telling her, babe, you don't call me baby like 19 times today. Then initially I was drawing her back, but later, especially when we went to the HOH colony, at that point I was ready to say, let's finish him. and then she was, and then she was like, go calm down. I'm like, how far now? Calm down. So different. Times we were drawing each other back. Yeah.
Definitely. What a love story for the ages. I mean, and I believe that now the whole
Phase,
is
actually, that
the
was the
second
first
phase,
one.
right?
That was the first one.
Lovely stuff. I'm very proud of you. And of course, I believe that the house is always a springboard to bigger and greater things. So,
I'm passionate about sports. Sports are something I've loved from
Sports,
Yeah, sports.
no wonder you are so competitive during the games.
I mean, it's just my nature and my approach to life. You have to compete for every.
very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, oh. I mean, looking at you, I'm like, this girl is fine, oh. La, la. The first thing I said
Thank you.
when I looked at the camera, I'm like, this housemate, they look well as they pick them one by one. And looking at you in real life is it's a blessing, to be honest. You had quite an interesting time in the house. You made it to the finals. You had your ups and downs, but I feel like overall your game was pretty steady. You know, you didn't change, and you didn't. We didn't expect you to have maintained steez throughout, but you managed to maintain steez throughout.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad.
I mean, right? So looking back at your time in the house, what were your favorite moments, your highlights of all the 10 weeks that you spent?
My highlights. Number one is 2-time HOH back to back.
Back to back. It'd be
Like,
easy
that
run
was
down.
something.
It'd be easy run up.
That was something. And the next would be the tax, because from the tax I was like discovering things about myself. Like, am I the one presenting this well? Am I the one who is acting and actually embodying this role this well? And the relationships I've used in the house as well. And the whole experience. I mean, like you said, there were ups and downs, but I wouldn't change it for anything. I learned from the house, from my time in the house. I enjoyed my time in the house, and all around an amazing experience for me. Yeah.
Lovely, lovely. Speaking of relationships, how far now?
How far was
Topher.
what the is fine?
I mean, now you know how old he is, right? You
Yes.
eventually found out his actual age. You had kind of like a moment, as in when I was watching, I was like, spicy content. But of course, things happen. Don't worry, it's not that big of a deal. It's not the most unusual circumstance that we've seen. All I want to know is how you feel about it currently.
The thing is, I've been wanting to be on the show all these years, so I'm.
You mean they apply from time to time?
Yeah. So going into the house, I feel like this is the right time for me because I'm a very strong believer of God. So I always believe that everything happens in their own time and season. So going into the house, I mean, I appreciate everything, and the whole experience was amazing.
All right, you plan to open a restaurant soon?
Yes, of course.
Tell me the name.
Come to pot.
You know why I asked you that? So I'm sorry, please get out for me. Oh, please. I don't want to go begin to ask you, oh, what were you? Is this a strategy? Whatever. We're moving forward, right?
Yes, of course.
There's something
Thank you
to,
for that.
there's something to get to, there's something really that will come out of it, okay? Hi, welcome. I don't know why he's coming by this time, but let the people know you. Who do we have in the house?
I apologize. I beg for me. No vex for me.
We not feel vex for you.
Thank you.
We not feel vex for you. After
For
what-
those who don't know me, my name is Su.
Yes, compose your man finish inside the house. Don't be smart. But so many people also believe say you be one of the very lucky people in the house.
I consider myself graceful.
Why so?
I be a child. I be child of grace. But the oil within my head, the movie stop the flow.
This whole
The
steam,
oil is
this
everlasting.
whole steam, was it planned? You've been planning before you enter the house. But why you choke us with that?
Please don't be something where if you plan, you did what
But you can't be like say you don't even want to let them go at
This
all.
not from birth. No be now start. You don't know the-
Okay, so now I talk to you, baby girl. Going forward now, because your people just want to choke me with time. When we talk about waiting, the people will expect from you. What are we looking at? Waiting, because your fans will also like know, and also how be the best way for them to reach out to you.
I had one focus to expand my platform, expand my travel agency, which is BS Global Travels, which was already running, which was actually successful before going in. So I'm going to focus on that. I want to expand, and I'm also going to focus on creativity. I'm ready to have collaborations with brands, fashion brands, and just explore pretty much. I'm open-minded to what's to come. And to reach me,
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, no.
Like you know, Andy and I are DJs, so we're taking everything to the next level. We're going global, tours, Africa, Europe, everywhere the money is. Our YouTube, people pretty much seem to like our content, so
We love your content.
More content. Live DJ mixes, music production, our NGO that will be starting really soon on women and men that have been sexually abused and the less privileged, just giving back and making as much money as possible.
Definitely. I thought you would not say money because that money be cocoa. Speaking of money, let's talk to the money man. Kellyrea, what's up? How are you going to celebrate your big win? What next for you? How do you plan to dominate now that you've conquered?
first of all, everything that brings money and brings value. I mean, trust me.
Ozzy was saying the same thing. Value, value, value.
Yeah, value
I
and
love
money,
that.
very important. Yeah. So, I'm all about music. You all know already. Yeah, entertainment in general. You know, and I'm sure the world have seen how much of a great leader I am. Yes, if you
Definitely.
follow up the show, yes, I'm open to everything that brings money and brings value.
All right, man. I really appreciate that. Now, this is for all of you, okay? Many times you will hear people saying that, oh, this was even boring. That's just absolute nonsense. They wanted you guys to do the things that they themselves will not go and do if they're in front of a camera. I believe that this season we saw that good vibes can actually prevail.
Yeah.
You don't have to get at anybody's throat to
Yeah.
do anything.
Yeah.
I believe 9 times out of 10, if you have a choice to do bad or do good, always pick good. And I love the fact that all of you have the people in mind. Everyone I've spoken to today wants to do something to give back. We have never seen it before. A better class of people to have emerged victorious and to have stayed to the finals of Big Brother. I am proud of you.
That's so
The
nice.
world is proud of you. And no
Thank you.
matter what anybody tells you, you are all winners. Go. You know, one of the things that you do in the house, aside from making the money and playing the games and experiencing different aspects of yourself, is making valuable connections. Now, speaking of connection, one of the strongest connections you can have is that of sisterhood. And of course, we had 2 sisters in the house. Y'all did the thing. I've been saying it since morning that I knew these people from somewhere. We've actually
Yeah.
played an event together.
Yes, we
You know,
have.
I didn't speak to y'all then, and I said, if only I had said Alpha. You know, now they don't go meet me at your house. You know, no. You know, but of course, I gotta say it was an amazing thing y'all did. Y'all pretty much held it down.
Yeah,
Y'all
thank
held it
you.
down.
We
Y'all held
know.
it down a lot.
Thank
You know, so now, I mean, you came real close. In fact, the way we saw it, we had wagers and bets and gambles like, Wanni, Kellyrea, Wanni, Kellyrea, Wanni, Kellyrea. It was a very close competition, a very, very close call. What would you say put you in this position?
My realness, my authenticity, just being me. I didn't come in with a strategy. I came in to show the world Wanni, and I think I did. I think I did a very pretty good job
Definitely.
at showing the whole world who Wanni is.
So what are you gonna miss most about being in the house?
My Biggie, I miss Biggie so much.
Oh, shout out to BB. This
Biggie.
is Big Brother, Wanni.
Wanni.
Sorry.
You know my big. You know, no,
Okay, do it for
don't
me, do it
do
for me,
it.
do it for me.
Wanni. Don't try. You're not playing. Don't do it.
No, I can't take this. Oh, okay, wow. No, well, that's definitely me. And then, of course, now the man of the hour, the tower of power. How far now?
I did alright, man. I stand still myself.
Man, oh man, what a journey. Now everyone is calling you the first married man to have ever, I think married person even, to have won BB Nigeria.
Yeah, history.
Don't you think that's crazy?
Crazy history. Amazing history.
You made history. And did you think you were going to win, considering the fact that you went in with your wife, and everybody thought that that should have even been a clutch, a hurdle, as opposed to springboard? How did y'all do? The housemates with the lowest votes were evicted, and that includes Suj, Anita, Ozzy, Nelly, and Victoria. The top 3 housemates were Kellyrea, Wanni, Onyeka, and of course, Onyeka was evicted. Next, and the top 2 housemates remaining were Kellyrea and Wanni. And of course, we all know the winner of the BB Nigeria Season 9 No Lose Guard edition is Kellyrea. And of course, in the meantime, we have a couple of housemates in the house, not all here together. Apparently, we had to break them down a bit because we have 8 of them, and we couldn't have them all simultaneously. But of course, right now in the studio, we've got, man, oh man, so many beautiful people. I never knew. This is pretty. Yeah. Nelly, or should I say Nena Umbonu? Did I call it correctly?
No.
Please help me.
Nina, born.
Nena Umbonu, ladies and gentlemen. She's 29 years old from Abia State, and of course, she was friends to Anita for 10 years. Ladies and gentlemen, on the right corner, we have Victoria Uchechi. We know her as Victoria, the beauty queen of the house. Am I right? Let me hear you properly. Now, of course, she's 25 years old from Imo State, and of course, she was friends with Sean for 3 years. And of course, at the back, we've got 2 very handsome gentlemen decked out in black and white. In fact, you should see Ozzy right now. His steez is on 100. Now, he's from Imo State, and he's 37 years old, and he's a